Well, good evening and welcome. Welcome to Ted's Towers. It's finished. We've had the official opening from a great distance away. Yeah, so I sent the ribbon to the royalty and they cut it and sent it back. So social distancing that way. So welcome to the new towers, Ted's Towers, and you can all have a look round. That's it. Yeah, that's all there is. It's just a facade. It's a painted backdrop. There's nothing else. I'm just in the same old place. But welcome once again to the safest place where we can all congregate and we won't get moved on by the police. Welcome to eModels live stream. That's emodels.co.uk with Ted, Foxx, Chris, Colin, and I, and we're all in the stream together. We're all in this. But now we'll go across to Foxx for an important announcement.
Yes, we can all confirm 100% that we are in the safest place in Ted's loft.
Yeah,
It's the safest place to be. Yes, welcome all. This is your show. As always, this is where we get to talk nonsense for an hour and a half, and you guys can hang out in the chat. Given recent events, obviously, it's more of a chance for you guys to hang out and chat and have a good time with your mates. But if you want to catch your attention, we've all got the chat in front of us. It's all about hanging out in the chat. We still haven't got the chat up, I don't think, have we, Chris?
No, it's not there at the moment.
The chat for those
the
of
other
you,
shoulder.
that one there. There's still no magic.
It's not over either shoulder, but you know.
It's there just above my workbench. But if you're watching this and you can't see anywhere to type in the live chat, you do want to come and join in, especially right now when we're all locked down. You want to be able to join in the chat. So if you are watching this, what you want to do, and you can't see where to type, first of all, if you're on a tablet or a phone, maybe if you scroll down a bit, it might be under the video player, the actual typey chat bit. But if you still can't find it, click on the YouTube icon that's down here somewhere, possibly on this side, I think. Waiting for feedback.
I don't know. I can't see the YouTube thing, so I don't know where it is.
It's on the right hand side normally. The
Where the S is in eModels.
Well, it should be the play button's over here, and then the YouTube. So YouTube icon.
Yeah, but not quite that far. You're going off screen.
Okay,
back a bit. Back a bit.
Yeah.
Back a bit.
I did go along and look at the stream the other day to try and figure out where it was, but I forgot.
Yeah, it was all witchcraft and tomfoolery to me, mate, so I gave up.
But yes, click on the YouTube icon. That'll take you to the YouTube page. If you're watching it embedded in Facebook or Twitter or somewhere else.
Graham Roberts says, yeah, on the right. Is that his right or our right?
Yeah, we're all the wrong way around, so we have no concept of anywhere. But click on that. It'll take you to the YouTube page where you can join in the live chat. And you want to, like I say, because we're all hanging out together. Now, we do have a bit of an announcement today. So let me bring up the document that I can read. We have had an official statement from the sub-boss, Pete Mate, who is the sub-boss. As we all know, Mrs. Pete Mate's the big boss.
This is serious bit.
Yeah. Mrs. Pete Mate is the proper big boss and Pete Mate's the sub-boss. We've had a bit of an announcement. Now, it's on their website as well. but I'll read it out for you all anyway. As you all know, eModels are still open. They've closed the retail shop, but they are still open for orders. So I shall read this out. It says, we are still open. And remember, we don't work for eModels. We just do this out of the goodness of our heart. So this is an eModels statement. We are still open, but please expect delays. At the moment, our phone lines are closed, but will resume once restrictions are lifted. The government is encouraging online retailers to stay open during this very difficult time. As a result, eModels Online has made the decision to remain open. A lot of people are returning back to their hobbies while staying at home during this period of self-isolation. The number of orders we would normally receive in 1 week, we are getting daily. Also, the volume of emails we're receiving has increased dramatically. We have closed our retail store, eBay and Amazon. However, to reiterate, eModels.co.uk remains open, so for online orders. If you have placed an order through eModels, we have your order and are on it. It will just take a little bit longer. If your email is a general inquiry about a product, it may take us a little longer to get back to you. If your email is asking, where is my order? Please again be assured we are getting through all the orders as fast as we can. If you've placed an order, this is me talking now, not eModels. If you've placed an order, do expect it to be delayed. And if you can hold off sending a mail saying, where's my order? Because that just adds to the workload, that adds to the delays. So if you've placed an order, it will get processed. Don't worry, it might just take a bit longer. You will need to place a new order if you require any changes or amendments at this stage, because they'll get the order quicker than they'll see the email asking for the change. As good as it is for business getting a lot of orders, we cannot offer the usual high level of service that we have a reputation for. Please bear with us during these strange and unprecedented times, and be assured we are on the case for you. So basically, they're just saying, be a bit patient. They're doing everything they can to get your orders out ASAP. There may be some delays. You might get it still really fast, but there may be some delays. But if you are waiting for your order, please be patient. Try not to send 5 emails saying, where's my order, because that just adds to the backlog and stops somebody else with a more urgent inquiry getting answered. So please be patient with them. They'll get it all sorted.
Yeah, and I know, to add to that as well, sometimes when the guys at the eModels have got your order out, they've got it in a box, they've handed it to the courier and such, it's then down to the courier, so it's out of their hands, really.
Yeah.
And I know that things like DPD and Royal Mail are prioritising postage and packages going out, so you might be a little bit further down the chain till it gets to you.
But do remember that when you place an order, you will get an email confirming your order has been placed, and then you will get a separate email confirming that it's been dispatched. If it's through a courier like DPD, you will then get separate communication or a text message or what have you from them saying it's due for delivery. But they will let you know when you've placed your order, and they will let you know when it's been dispatched. But if you can avoid having to chase them up, just expect it to be a little bit more delayed than normal. The guys are working their butts off because they are getting hammered. Because we're all sat at home, it's a time now where Pete Mate sent us a link to an article from Tamiya saying that suddenly the number of people doing this hobby has massively increased because people are getting back into it because they've got no choice. They're stuck at home now and they've got the time. So yeah, do expect some delays, especially as many traders have actually closed. So eModels are getting all the orders that would have gone to other places. They're getting really busy. So
it's not even eModels as well. It's also the delivery methods, obviously taking longer, prioritising other things. So.
Yeah. So once it leaves the building, it's then in the hands. It's at the mercy of the couriers, and they are prioritising stuff as well. So, but you will know when it's been shipped out. They'll send you an email.
Yeah. So good. Yeah. So stock up. Stock up as you can, and settle down and just wait. Yeah. It'll be along. I actually had somebody contact me yesterday saying, "Hi Ted, been years since I done any modelling. I've just want to start again. Where should I go?" I'll obviously go to eModels.
Yeah. And right now at the moment as well, we've all got plenty of time on our hands. So don't panic that your order hasn't arrived within like 5 minutes of ordering it. We're going to be here for a while. Just take it easy, get yourself a nice brew, wait for things to turn up, and crack on.
Yeah.
Crack on.
Yeah. Well, thanks for that. Now we'll go across before there's lots and lots of people get in. We'll go across Chris and see who is in with us tonight.
I'll have a quick look. Let me drag the chat over to the middle so I can see it properly. Right, looking up at the top, I have Sergeant Bones in first. I probably wasn't first, but it might be. Then we've got Festa 67's workshop in the chat, but obviously won't be in the chat once we've gone live because that'll be fine. Andy McLeish is here. Christopher C, Connor Man, Sarah Jane. Gross Models, but he won't be in there either. He'll be about later. Glenn Smith, Eric Graham, Andy McLeish still. Glenn Smith, Andy McLeish. That is about another one of your mods looking after you in the chat. Sergeant Bones, Glenn. Sergeant Bones, Andy. Graham is around. Eric, Andy, Graham. Andy, Bones, Graham, Eric, Dad, Bones, Andy, Dad. If you could all just keep your comments to one at a time and take it in turns, that'd be.
Just avoid having actual conversations to make.
Yeah, don't be having conversations. Just put in your names and then leave it for a bit. We've got Lewis Williamson is in. Eric, Redlen. Andy, names I've already said. Roger Wood was in. Evening all, he says. Equal Pete. Andy Equal Pete. Nat Williamson is also in, so we've got a pair of Williamsons in. Andy Equal Pete, Andy, Nat. Cadigram from Mongo. Tim Young. Lee Eagles is about again. Andy,
Chris,
Lee.
Do you have all your buttons, or do I need to be prepared for?
I've got buttons. Don't worry about my buttons. I'm fine. we have Andy and Lee. Dad, Lee, Anders. Lee, Cynical Steve, Sarah Jane again, Anders, Dad, Nat, Lewis, Lee, Dad, Nat, Philip Prime, Anders, Philip Prime, Nat, me, Lee, Andy, Derek, Dad, Nat, Fester, Andy, Lee, Mark, Gemma, Matt, Davey, Shrieking Pig, Chrissy Mon, 1001, Michael Jackman, Mark, Phil East, Totally Scaled Models,
Is Chrissy Mon a Pokemon?
Not Pokemon, no.
Okay.
Chrissymon. It's different.
Okay.
Spid's about, Spiddy Q8. Anders, Spid, Cynical Steve, Phil Lewis, A-Man, Mark Scopes, Andy McLeish, Lewis, Michael Jackman, Spid, Eric, Brian Windmill.
Where's Dave Cardboard? Get in the Cortina.
Then we have Sergeant Bones, and then we have
Skullfish!
And Andy McLeish, and Clarkey, and Wayne Hayward, and Graham, and Dad, Andy Osric, Kitchen Table Modeler.
We don't know where he works.
Yeah, we don't know. Then Skullfish is here again. Christopher C. Glenn, Pete Rogers, Andy, Alex, Skullflick, Sharky.
Did you just say his name and not press a button?
No, I did. I said it and didn't press the button because I thought I'd say it. I pressed the button before. You just didn't notice because I'm professional.
You just said the name now and didn't press the button.
No, I didn't press. I pressed the button once, but I don't need to press it again. I can press it again if you like, but I'll wait, and you just don't know when it's going to happen.
Yeah, I think you played the abridged version.
Oh, okay.
Andy Spid, Connor Man, Andy, Skullfish. Totally Scale Models, Dad, David, Andy, Gemma, David. It jumped a bit, so I'm continuing on. Paul Desmasso, Andy McLeish, Osric, David, Lord Barkley III. And that seems to be everyone. Oh, Dave Cardboard.
Dave Cardboard is just.
So we do have Cardboard and Windmill.
Yeah.
Both here, so everything's okay again.
And Dave Cardboard just actually throws himself into it and says, I'm having oops. So he's played that role straight away. 10 points, Dave Cardboard. Cardboard and Windmill. Windmill and Cardboard.
Yeah, I actually saw that episode. That's the very first episode of the Sweeney.
Wednesday, it's 7:30.
I thought you were going to say that's the first episode of Cardboard and Windmill.
I love the way that we do this, even though they never met each other in real life.
And now, without further ado, we'll go across to Colin for Fester's Factoid.
Yeah, Fester's Factoid. On this very day in 1950, the invention of the phototransistor was announced.
Ooh.
This was a transistor operated by light rather than electric current, invented by Dr. John Northrop Shive of the Bell Telephone Laboratories at Murray Hill, New Jersey. It used a tiny chip of germanium, a semiconductor material, but only a single collector wire. There you go.
I love the fact even when you choose an American, you still get an unpronounceable name.
Oh, mate, yeah, I'm going to go for an easy one tonight. We've got Death, obviously, because, you know, it's Monday.
Death of the week, death of the week, death of the week.
Yeah, we'll have to do a jingle. Death of the week, death of the week. Yeah. William Hunter
Death
with
of
an
the
H.
Death of the week, death of the week, death of the week, death of the week.
He's a giddy.
Death of the week.
On this very day.
got the Grim Reaper stood right behind.
Oh, dear, he's brilliant.
Be serious. It's about a death of the week. You've got to be all
This
respectful
poor
and
bloke's
everything.
brown bread. Give him a bit of respect. On the 30th of March, 1783, at the age of 64, a British obstetrician called William Hunter dropped dead. He was an educator and medical writer whose highest standards of teaching and medical practice to obstetricians, is that right? from the hands of midwives, and established it as an accepted branch of medicine. Oh, that went well, didn't it?
Oh, God bless him and all who's sailing him.
I look at Foxx for approval because he's got a grip of the Queen's English that none of us have got. And he just looks at me and he's like, why on earth did I get this bloke on this show?
No, I know why on earth I got. I make very good decisions for very good reasons, Colin.
Oh, mate. Well, there was some big names on there, and I kind of thought I'd get stuck on them, so I went for an easy one.
You went for the one with the short names, but didn't spot the big words.
Yeah, like, yeah. So,
I'm sure the medical profession picks long words that nobody can pronounce. So when you go to reception at the
you
hospital,
can just imagine all them medical people now changing their name badge to this is what Fester called it, and this is now my job title.
I go to my local hospital and be like, turn left, a third on the corridor for osteomonitoring and it.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Cashier number 4, please.
Oh, mate, I should do the Waterloo train announcements, shouldn't I, or something like that.
Oh, dear.
well, thank you very much for that. That was Death of the Week.
Oh, mate, that's what threw me when you did that. It was like, yeah.
Now we can resort to our usual mirth and mayhem and regulars. Belly and bench, that's coming up.
Now we've done the serious bit.
Yeah, now we've done the serious bit, we can carry on. But remember, guys, that this is all up to you. It's your chat, your night, really, to get down and groovy and talk about things, set us things to talk about. But it's your channel. We're just here we're just here to help you along with chat.
Yeah. Don't forget, if you want to get our attention in chat, put your comment in big fat capital letters, or as Ted would say,
bold.
Yeah, put your big fat capital letters. Or if you want to, you can use the super chat, which is the little dollar symbol at the bottom of the chat window. That's in the colour box. You have no way to miss it then.
So, what's everybody been on to this week then? Have you been busy building and things like that? I think you've broken the seal on the Millennium spaceship thingy.
The Millennium spaceship thing, I certainly have. I haven't started the build yet, but there is a video coming up on Thursday on the eModels channel.
Oh. Yeah, I think I've got that on album as well.
Oh yeah, this is the 12-inch EP version. It's only one side though. It goes at like 1 RPM to last about 4 hours. It's quadraphonic. Yes, I have cracked open the Falcon. There is a video going up on eModels channel on Thursday, which is just a quick unboxing and a look at all the parts. It was supposed to be an unboxing and the plan, so I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, but I forgot the plan bit, so it's really just an unboxing.
You don't have a plan. You very rarely have an actual plan anyway, so it probably does include the plan, just that there isn't one.
Yeah, I think it's like all of us. We produced the very first video, don't we? We said this is what's in the box, and this is how we're going to do it, and I'm going to do it this way, I'm going to do it that way, and we never do.
No. Yeah, I usually do episode 1. This is the kit, and this is how I intend to ruin it.
Yeah. Here's what I'm not going to do.
But by the time we get to episode 6, people are writing back to us and saying, "You said you were going to do it in this way." Oh,
yeah.
God,
yeah, that was months ago.
Fox is never going to have that problem with episode 6.
Yeah, no. Unless remember, I don't remember I don't pay attention to whatever I'm saying. So, but yes, that's going up on Thursday. The unboxing video. I was going to have started it today, but I'm just waiting for some bits and bobs to arrive from the guys at eModels. So that's hopefully the next day or two when they turn up. I will be cracking on with filming the first part of the building, which will be the cockpit. That should be going shortly. Just very quickly, while I'm talking about videos going up, we have other videos going up this week.
It's a bit like buses, isn't it?
What?
It's a bit like buses.
Yes. And now I'll let the other guys talk about theirs, but Nevbo's next build of his Kawasaki thing. We don't do bikes in this house, I'm afraid. It's a motorbike. It's the Men Kawasaki something.
Is this the subtle Fester? Can you get me out of a hole by saying it's the Ninja Carbon?
That's the one.
That's the one. Yeah, I heard that name before. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the one.
Yep, that will be going up on Wednesday at 10 a.m. And my video will be going live on Thursday at a point in time. I don't know what time. But we have some other videos coming up this week about which I will let the other chaps tell you about. I'd said about twice. That's not right.
That's a good link to go across to Chris then.
Go across to me. I shall click on me, so it makes me come here then. Yes, my video is the next one coming up live on this very channel. And it's coming up live on this channel in about an hour and a half. I set it to come live at 10:45 in the PM of the UK time. So we'll finish and we'll wrap up, and then you can stick around and watch the video of the unboxing of my next eModels build. Shall I do that now?
Why not?
Should we announce it now? Or
Can I just point out, if they're struggling to remember when it goes live, just remember, it goes live at 10:45.
Yeah. Should we do a jingle? It's an eModels build. An eModels build.
An eModels build. eModels build. You do the last one. You do the fourth one.
We'd have to do one each. Yeah, I know. It's too much like hard work. So, should I announce it now?
Go on. To keep it in suspenders no longer.
Okay.
You don't want to keep it in suspenders full stop. But...
My next eModels build, which you can see more in depth of at 10:45, is one of them. Hang about, it's all backwards, isn't it? I haven't got a mirror. It looks a bit like that, but the other way round. So I'm sure you can read all that. So there you go, that's what it is. If you want to see more about it, stick around and watch the video of the unboxing that will be the correct way round.
Colin can read it out for you.
Yeah, it's a Mercedes-Benz, mate. It's ironic, actually, because me and our Belgian friend Vincent were thinking of a gag for me next eModels build, and I was going to do one of them as a nod to the Shiny Gar Brigade. So you've kind of stole me idea there.
A little bit,
so I might have to do a plane or something like that. So.
Well, basically, I was looking for my next eModels build, and I saw that as one of the new lines that come in, and thought, oh, that looks interesting. It's obviously not in my scale. It's 1/24th scale, so it's very different, but it looks fun.
I'll be looking forward to getting your feedback on the kit, because we often show ICM kits on the What's in Store, but none of us have actually done an ICM kit yet. And I was saying a few weeks ago, when they had the World War One ambulance with a couple of people, I was saying I might fancy doing that for a future eModels build. So I'll be looking forward to get feedback from you of how the build went, and because then that'll help me decide if I'm going to do the ambulance in the future.
We shall see. I've done, the first video, which is just the looking in the box basically video. It's not going to be started quite yet. I've got other things. The big Baneblade behind me is still in progress. But once that's done, it will be going on in the next couple of weeks. So, yeah.
Baneblade. That's in everybody's ear now.
Yeah, it's like he'll find something else for me to build, bless him. But yeah, we was having a good giggle about that.
Yeah, it's rather nice that Chris should choose a kit of my very first car. So
I've still got one of them in my garage, and it's taxed.
Michael Jackman says if that's 1/44th, it's going to be awfully small.
Yeah, it's 1/24th actually. It's
very far away.
Colin, have you been doing anything this week?
Yeah, I've just been doing more resin printing, really, mate. I had a few requests of little busts to do for mates of mine, so I've been doing sort of, Death Trooper from Star Wars and the geezer from Assassin's Creed.
No.
You know the bloke.
That says you. Yeah.
But a couple of resin busts is all I've been doing, and a big boomstick field gun that I started putting together. So yeah, it's pretty much a little bit of filming on the eModels build for an unbox, and then I'll start filming it in anger at the end of the week, mate.
Yeah, excellent.
What's the eModels build? Remind me, because I forgot.
It's the who do we call them? Soviet wall tank.
Oh, that's right.
One of those, and I'm doing it as that one, the top one, the grassy bits and all of that lot. So yeah, it's going to be on a little diorama of snow and detritus and stuff, and detritus. Oh yeah, that's kind of what I'm up to.
All right, we'll look forward to that for the end of the week. As for me, yeah, it's my turn now. I have a video going live tomorrow. Yeah, I've set it to go live at 11 o'clock. That gives me enough time to get up in the morning and remember that I've got to send James some blurbs so you can all remember that it's going live on Facebook. And I've been doing the digger. I've sort of been testing out the lighting and everything and the video cameras in here in the new cave because I want to get it right. So I've been filming little bits of the digger. Don't know if you can see
that's
that.
come up nice, mate.
Yeah, it's not as good as I thought it would be, but that'll be all explained in the video.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all there. So yeah, I've been getting on with the digger, and I've also been prepping for the next part 3 of the video as well. Here's the digger bucket and the digger arm and things like that.
Wow.
It all goes together. So the digger part 2 goes live at 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock tomorrow.
So are you digging the build then, mate?
Sorry? Oh, God.
Ka-ching. I know.
Yeah, no.
Christopher C says Detritus sounds like a Star Wars villain.
Yeah,
And
he does,
Andy McLeish says Ann Digger.
Totally Scale Model says, when is Ted starting the big boat thing? Shouts that. But yeah, I'm waiting to get on with the Titanic. Once I've got everything settled and everything settled down in here, we'll be getting on with the Titanic. And I probably won't wait until I've finished the digger, but I'll run the 2 alongside each other and do bits and pieces of each. So yeah, the Titanic isn't too far away.
I've seen a couple of comments about my build. Christopher C says, another model to buy for the Stash Monster.
Yeah.
And Spid says that's very cool. ICM, a nice fitting. He's done a couple. The styrene is a bit more brittle than others, so be careful on the little bits.
Good. Well, like I say, I was looking at that World War I ambulance, so that might possibly be a possibility.
Yeah, I kind of saw the old Victorian bus and had a look at that and thought that might be a bit quirky. Especially with a Motorhead poster on it or something like that. But then Lemmy would have been alive then anyway because he'd lived forever, hadn't he?
It put Lemmy and Ted on it.
Oh, yeah. Ted driving it.
Yeah. People are pointing out that Detritus was, they say he was an orc in the Discworld novels. I'm pretty sure Detritus was one of the guards.
He was one of the guards.
I thought she was a dancer in Hill's Angels.
Detritus. Yes, wasn't he one of the guards at Ankh-Morpork?
He was indeed the troll guard, yeah.
Yeah, he was Sergeant. Was it Sergeant Detritus? No.
Eventually.
Or was it Sergeant Carrot? Captain Carrot? No, I can't remember.
Captain Carrot.
This is the bit, Ted, where me and you just nod. Yeah, that's the one.
Twino Man wants to know if there's a speed limit for the kangaroos behind Ted.
Oh, the kangaroo, yeah. Kangaroos next 14 kilometres.
The Welsh.
Yeah, the Welsh. Welsh kangaroos, better than Irish ones. Top of the morning and the Irish kangaroos.
Oh, the Scottish.
Right, I'm just going to let back into the chat here and have a look for Billy and Benj.
You haven't asked it yet.
We've announced it.
He went asked it in passing.
Yeah.
Did he? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we announced Billy and Bench.
It.
The first one I can find, I think it's the first one, was Jimmy Bone. Bench waiting for his order of a Tamiya 148 Crusader and Tacon 135 Chieftain. Billy, sausage, chips and baked beans. Oh, yeah, fine British tea that is.
Lewis says belly, sausage and cheesy chips with sweet corn. Bench 1350 HMS Belfast with photo etch.
Oh, that's tiny. Yeah, I think Lewis, I've seen some of your pictures on the Facebook about the tiny photo etch. They're really small.
Ross Medlock has gone belly now, but bench 124th Route Master bus. Nice. Good buses, mate. I've done one of them, and they can get dirty.
Yes. Michael Jackman says belly LRG pack of chicken. Large. You should put LRG like an acronym. Large pack of chicken and chive crisps. Ooh, I ate too many crisps last week, and my lips just went and broke. Still, for a week they've been dry and painful. So don't eat like 12 packets of crisps in one day. It doesn't do your life any good. Chicken and chive crisps. Bench 0. Replace my lock on Fit Sim with DCS steep. I don't know what any of those words mean. I replaced my lock on Flight Sim with DCS steep learning curve. You might need to explain all of that.
Yeah. Just not
Yeah.
knowingly.
Yeah.
Also, a question from Graham at Robert asked me, Fox, is the X-Wing build finished? They've only sent me 25 magazines. I've got 75 more to go yet. So
Oh, really? Wow.
100 issues. So it's a part work.
Yeah.
So there's been another couple of years that before it's...
There are several people remarking upon your headgear.
Yeah,
saying that it's
cap.
quite a nice baseball cap.
Not a baseball cap.
I wasn't going to say that this week because
Well,
I
I just
got
had
the
to read
look
it out
last
because,
week.
you know.
Yeah.
It's not a baseball cap. I would never wear in my life ever a baseball cap.
You know what's going to happen now? You're going to be sent every imaginable baseball cap there is.
Aye.
Mm.
I know someone that does collect baseball caps.
I've got a load of baseball caps on the wall downstairs, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Just don't wear them.
No, well, I'll wear one occasionally, but
Oh.
Yeah, but if you were the suspicious man in the street and I was that policeman on patrol and something happened, I would ask for a description and they would say he was wearing a baseball cap.
He would say it's the man in the vintage 1943 flight cap. They would say that because they'd know because it's not a baseball cap.
Of course they would, mate.
Well, yeah, you order. Where are we up to anyway? Handbrake.
It's nice you're wearing it in the correct manner, though, with a curve in the peak.
Yeah, you must always duck the bill. Anyway, moving on very quickly. Roger Woodward says belly, pork stir fry, bench, and old Airfix high-tech MiG-29 in 1/72. Wow, that is
nice choice.
Mark Scope says first day of home working tomorrow, so 2 hours driving, so may be able to start a kit. Dining table is my office now. Strange times, belly, roast chicken dinner, bench, dreams and aspirations.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, it's always good to have on a bench.
Yeah. What, chicken dinner or dreams and aspirations?
Both.
Yes, all.
Phil East says Billy is gone.
Oh, I'm so glad I paused.
Why did I?
Because I looked at that and I'm like,
Well, you can all see in chat what Phil East has got on.
yeah, I left you hanging there, mate. I looked at that and I thought, I ain't saying a word.
Well, I have to tell you, Ted, I can tell you exactly how that's pronounced because I've got like 40 packs of gnocchi downstairs.
Is that gnocchi?
Gnocchi.
Yeah, I was going to say gnocchi.
Okay. I went to get some like food from the supermarket a few weeks ago, and all they had was like everything was gone past. It was just gnocchi, and I'm like, fine, I'll buy a load of gnocchi then. So we got loads of it. We got all different shapes and sizes. And
yeah, were people picking it up and looking at it and putting it down again? Because
they looked at it the same way they looked at the whole wheat pasta, the whole wheat spaghetti. They're like, yeah, no, I'm desperate, but I'm not having that.
well, the rule in shopping is if you can't pronounce it, you're not allowed to buy it.
Yeah, if you can't pronounce it, you won't like it.
Cool, I'd be about 4 stone then.
So gnocchi and chorizo must be pretty good to have together then.
It's basically just like pasta, potatoy pasta. So it's nice.
So, and on the bench, you started a ruined building diorama for some unknown reason.
It doesn't have to be a reason.
Yeah.
Cynical Steve's having macaroni, pasta, and bolognese. No spaghetti in the shops. Bench is a little Warhammer mech made from Dreadnought and Sentinel bits.
Awesome.
Just
Phil
not
Lewis has
Ted.
belly, bacon, sausage, mushrooms, tomatoes, tinned and chopped, egg and fried bread washed down with a large muggo tea.
Yes.
Bench foiling up the shelves on the cryo bay of the 196 Apollo 13 build.
Oh, nice.
Where are we up to now? We got any more? Andy McLeish says power Burke and squeeze mode, of course. I wonder how much charging Colin charges for a bust.
Me own or?
Yeah. I asked questions about a bust once, but I can't talk about it too much because the order's not run out
If
yet.
I can get some more resin and that, Andy, we'll just PM me, mate, and we'll do it on a off-air thing, mate.
Have we got any more bench and bellies? If you haven't answered, there we go. There we go. Kitchen table modeler says belly vegetable soup with crouton. Crouton.
Oh, it's posh soup.
Posh soup. He's got floaty toast. Bench figures for the Tamiya 135th SDKFZ 7.1 half track with a 20mm. So I'll start that again. 135th SDKFZ 7:1 half track with two. Wait, I'm gin.
Oh, yeah, carry on. We've got all night.
Oh, absolutely.
He's good with all the foreign words, but when it comes to the English ones, he struggles.
Let me put my glasses in librarian mode.
I'm loving
I
this.
can't do that.
Payback.
SD KFZ 71 half track with 20mm anti-aircraft cannons. For those watching in black and white, the blue is behind the pink. And also, like library glasses, library mode doesn't work.
So has anybody else got any plans or anything on order from eModels that is going to bide them through this lockdown period? Let us know. Let us know what you're going to do. What else?
Don't forget, of course, folks, like we said at the start, they are still taking orders online and fulfilling them as best they can, as quickly as possible. But if you are looking at weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks sitting around on your backside with all dressed up and nowhere to go, if you need to stock up on your provisions, as in, I don't mean like food, obviously, they're not delivering like, pasta, toilet rolls. I mean, like if paints and things like that, if you're looking a bit low on primer or your paints, or you get your orders in now.
Mm-hmm.
Got lots of supplies for the coming weeks, but remember, be patient with the order. It'll take a while to get to. It may
And
take
also, it's not a delay from eModels' part either. A lot of the courier companies are having social distancing in their depots and things like that, so they're all having to adhere to different ways.
Apparently, we missed Anders' belly and bench again, so shall we all do it together?
Okay.
So Anders' belly will be
the diet.
some sort of salad.
Diet
Yeah.
day.
And on his bench is the
Panzer
IV.
I think you did say it earlier on in the comments that it's kind of handy having a forever project on the bench right now.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, Ted will be sitting there going, "Yeah, I started this Titanic way back in them days."
Yeah, I started the Titanic when it was really being built.
Yeah.
You missed mine too, says Totally Scale Models. We've got to try and find. Can you just post it again, because we can't find it now?
However, he does say he says
I don't remember exactly what it is. If it's another ongoing one, isn't it?
when is Ted starting the big boat thing? Can you post it again? Because we might not be able to find it.
I don't think he put it up there really.
Chats has gone about 100 miles an hour.
If we haven't read it out, just post it again, but stick it in big fat capital so we can see it. A man says belly, lamb roast, bench, X-Wing, Xbox, Doom Eternal, and 2 job offers. So starting work after a long time off. Nice one. Good luck with the new job. Also, with the X-Wing, I assume that's the D'Agostini one, and Xbox, Doom Eternal. Good choice. It's not Skyrim or Elite, but it'll do. Yeah.
what are we up to?
Tim Young says my 2-part bench at 21.29. We have
Yeah,
can't
I've
go
got no
back
chance
to
of looking back
chat.
for times.
No, we don't have the times on our chart. Oh, like it.
I won't read Speedy Q8's comment out because we don't obviously disparage companies online.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. Edward Leonard says belly frozen dinner. It's not enough information. No, you can't just. We need the filthy details. We need to know what kind of frozen dinner.
Perhaps he's waiting for it to unfreeze so we can discern what it is.
Specified meat product.
Match
and
the food to the photograph.
And strangely enough, he's making on the bench the 1/12 scale Kawasaki Ninja H2R, which sounds a bit familiar.
Someone else is doing one of them. Steve Beanie at TSM saying belly, slow cooked bolognese followed by homemade profiteroles.
Oh yes, profiteroles.
Bench to me a 148 F14D Tomcat, just sprayed the first coat of the underside colour.
My dad used to call profiteroles farty rolls.
Nev Bowden, he says me.
Me.
Well, that's the very man.
Dalibor ZX says evening gents. Welcome, Dalibor.
Yeah, I haven't seen that name before. Is that a new viewer? Is there anybody new into that? Is there anybody that's found us tonight because we're on lockdown? I do know that there's a calendar going around, isn't there, about all the live streams and things like that that are going on? So maybe
I posted a Google Calendar up at the weekend on my page that Malcolm Child sent me through. I can post it over to you guys if you need it as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, but basically, if you know Models for Heroes, they've because Models for Heroes, if you're in the UK, Models for Heroes basically provide a service to not just ex-army servicemen, but anybody like police, fire, ambulance, any kind of public service like that. They provide an outreach program where people can go along to the little centres and just make models, and it's all about models for people that do that kind of job. To deal with things like PTSD and trauma and just to get a sense of community. Of course, right now they're having to close all their centres. And it's a voluntary organisation, a charity. So what they did was they published a diary, a calendar of all the different live streams from all different places for people who that use their services. So they've always got something to watch and hang out in the chat. So yeah, I'll send it over to James, mate, if you can put it on the Facebook page.
Yeah, I'll send it to you as soon as we go off air, mate.
Oh, I've got it.
Oh, right, okay.
Because I'm on there, because he contacted me as well.
Yeah, he got me. Yeah, he did it with myself, yeah.
Spid says that Ted needs to move his chair because he can't see the red lid. Ted doesn't have to move his chair for you to see the red lid. Just pay more attention.
There's also been something positioned for the Foxx.
Wait, what? I can see a little Gundam X over on the corner there. Also, just in front of it, I can see a chicken.
Hang about. Let me look on Ted.
Yeah.
There's a chicken. I didn't see. I saw the Gundam, but I didn't see the chicken.
Yeah, see the chicken. See the Gundam.
Sounds state of affairs. I saw the chicken before I saw the Gundam.
Now where's the red lid? The red lid is there somewhere.
Red lid. What's that secret you're keeping?
Anders has seen it. And Spid's seen it. Spid's seen it now.
Yeah. AJ said, Ted, loving the man cave, good work. Have I got rads up here? I'm taking it means radiators. I haven't got radiators up here yet, but there is provision made for it. That'll be done when I come to decorate the bedroom because I've got to pick up the feed from down there.
I get the feeling with the loft being the topmost floor of the house, you're not going to need heating in there ever, because it'll get all the warmth from the radiators downstairs, and in the summer it'll be a sweat pit.
Yeah, it's going to be a sweat pit in the summer, I would think. So yeah, I do have an electric fan on order that will blow hot and cold, but that's probably not going to be enough until I get a roof light in. But
I can't imagine it'll get cold up there though, because you'll always get all the heat from downstairs.
It does. It's still a little bit drafty because behind the panels down here, this is under the eaves.
You'll have your air vent, won't you?
Yeah, it is insulated off, but it's still a bit. It gets a bit of a draft, but yeah, we'll get there.
What you're saying is it's basically just a shipping container slapped on the top of your house, isn't it?
Yeah, that's really what it is. Yeah, yeah, it's just.
What you mean when Ted was building his house, he had a shipping container and he just told him to
slap it on.
Yeah, just carry it up there, mate, and lay it across the roof. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right. Pete Rogers, just below that, Pete Rogers said Billy homemade veg soup, French bread, bench dragon, a 135, a Sexton 2, Bronco tracks.
Did we find out what the frozen meal was?
I didn't notice, no.
Tim Young says belly, chicken sausages with spaghetti and homemade veg sauce. Bench is full as furlough starts tomorrow. I never know how to pronounce that. Furlough,
yeah.
Only because you don't have to say it very often. The main project is the Mark 1 models at French AF Curtis H75. Emma making new Meng C17 Globemaster egg. Egg. That's the little chibi. You know about those.
Oh, the chibi, yeah, the chibi eggs. Yeah, I know
that. Who are UK One says, evening all, how are you all doing? Well, I'll say that again. I'm really struggling tonight. Hang on. Right, evening all. How are you all doing well? How are you all doing well? It wasn't my fault then. Got to see a live one at last. Lol. Welcome. Who am I, UK One? Welcome,
Hello.
welcome.
Aries says, not sure if you got it, but Belly is a craft dinner and Bench is an old Revel NASCAR kit. Not sure which was packaged first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed one. Mark says, "Has it got one?" He doesn't say what belly is, so we need to know your belly. Not actually your belly, but he says he's got the 1350 Prince Eugen on the bench. Yes, I know how to pronounce it. Prince Eugen on the bench, trying to make a decision on superstructure or wooden deck first. What do you reckon, Ted? Superstructure or wooden deck first?
Wooden deck first. Wooden deck, because the superstructure should fit on top of it and fill in all the gaps around the bits where it doesn't quite meet. Yeah. Do that way. Don't try and do it the other way, otherwise you'll end up with lots and lots of cutting.
But we do need to know what the belly part of your thing is. It's two-part, bench and belly. Did we find out what this frozen meal was? Who was it that said they had a frozen dinner? We need to know. We can't remember who it was now, but we need to know what your frozen dinner was. Andrew Preston has a very important question. Very important question. How many kits do you have started but not finished yet?
Oh.
Yeah.
Now, at this point, I think I do have a confession to make, because for all the times I've been saying I don't have a stash, I don't keep a stash.
An eModels stash.
An eModels stash. eModels stash. Yeah. When I come to rearrange the loft, do all the bits and pieces, I found kit upon kit that
I found 400 kits.
Were you like, oh, just look at that, like a day in Lamentations?
Did you turn around to say to Mrs. Ted, "Oh, Fox has left half his stash here. I knew I'd seen some."
I didn't know the last owner of this house was a kit builder.
No,
Yeah, I found this box. I opened it up. There's about 5 kits in it. So
We're like, wait, this is all Warhammer and Gunpla. God damn it!
happy days, mate. Inherited stash is always good.
yeah, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kits up here on the shelf. There's a few more in the back of the cupboard down here. I just seem to have got kits that I just wiped from my memory.
But you haven't started any of them yet.
I haven't started any of them, but yeah, there's enough to keep me going through this isolation.
Yeah.
So
I've. It's not often I start a kit and don't finish it because I do get bored, but I'm quite grim in determination at finishing things, especially when you're filming them. I did start. I've got a few though. I started the Voyager Mackie Raider that I started customizing and just never finished it, and that got thrown out in the end. Even though it's a rare kit, I should have kept it really, but I kind of made a mess of it and wrong. I have a half-built Voyager up in the loft, but which was just garbage, so I gave up. I have I think that's it. What else? I'm sure I started something else. I've got stuff up on, you can't see here, but up on the shelf there where my stash used to be, but I've moved it now. There's quite a few Warhammer stuff that I've built, but I've not yet painted because I've not got round to it. So I've got like me shouty space horse, and I've got an orc car, and I've got a Nurgle monster, and there's an Imperial Scout Walker thing, and there's some other vehicles, a couple of orc vehicles, but they're just built and primed but not painted. So yes, but other than that, no, I've not really got many kits that I've started and not finished. Generally, it's if I don't finish a kit and give up on it, it's because it's probably garbage.
no, I don't think I've got any kits that I haven't finished. I've got 1 or 2 figures, such as that a little head that I've started to paint and haven't quite got around to finishing. I've got an 8th Army Desert Rat that I've assembled but not painted. I suppose you could call them kits, but yeah, I think that's about 2. But I'm a bit like Fox. Once I start a kit, I'm determined that I'll finish it.
I'm being called out. There is of course an enormous Millennium Falcon that I never finished, but that's now been sold to someone else.
Yeah,
to finish,
doesn't
so.
count anymore, does it?
No, I only built the cockpit and then I got all the rest of the issues and then I sold it. So yeah, so there is that. Of course, that was more practicality. I couldn't fit it on my bed.
You need to build a bigger. You need to go up in the loft. Build.
Yeah.
Can't get it in the loft. It's like that big.
I've got technically, I suppose, 3 kits on the go at the moment. There's the one that I started on Sunday, yesterday, in fact, the Warhammer thing. There's a Baneblade, which is built but painting, and I've got the big ginormous rat that I've built but haven't painted yet. So that's technically all of mine.
You don't mean a rat like a rat. That's not like a rodent of unusual size.
Not a rodent rat. The German, not actually built but designed rat,
Massive
and
big
the 2 little my mouse things that are. It's about that big, and it's in 1/4 scale. It's the size of like a city block sort of thing. It's
The problem is a little bit like Aries Styrene says. His problem is he gets one started, then he gets close to the end of it and sees something else shiny. And think, I could do that. Yeah.
We, like I said before, I get bored very easily, and I never deny this. I get just so bored of things. Really, if something I've been passionate about doing for months, I'll start it and I'll get bored. But if I get that, and then, or if I'm doing a build and then I'm thinking about the next project and something else comes along, it's a death sentence for that kit. I'm just bored now. I want the next big shiny thing.
Yeah.
I have to work really hard to focus on what I'm doing and not just jump to the next one.
That's it. It's where you were meticulous in the painting and things like that. It becomes a slapping arm, and that'll do. Glue it together. Nobody will ever see it.
See, I've got this Millennium Falcon to do for my eModels build, but I really want to build my Macarius Vanquisher as well, so I'm going to fight off that. Don't think about the Macarius Vanquisher. Just focus on the Falcon. You've got to do it well. So.
Yeah, it's like I always plan to build a diorama. I'll build a tank. one of these tanks
Yeah.
up here. I think I'll put on a nice diorama and I'll get some holes and I'll fill them with water and do things like that. No, kit built. I'll forget about the diorama. He's a nice shiny box.
Ted has never actually done a diorama ever.
No,
What about you, Col? What have you got that you've never finished?
In the background, I've got a Nimitz, USS Nimitz. I've got the beautiful 124th Ravel Huey.
Oh yeah.
but that's a
You've
helicopter.
not given up on that, though, have you?
That's a helicopter. Your excuse, not.
Yeah, I like to have big background builds that if I'm doing my usual sort of 124th or 112th kits, I can then between them go back to a background build and do a bit on that. Bit like that E-type Jag that I forgot to send Helgen 35 the photos of.
Yeah. But that's not abandoned, though, is it? The Huey's just ongoing very slowly.
Yeah, it's just an ongoing project. I've got the Death Race Mustang that I'm slowly ruining. Yeah, so I'm doing all right, mate.
Very quickly, Scale Model Muse says, hello, I'm here for a few minutes before work. Welcome,
Hello,
Muse.
Muse. Hope you're keeping well. Take care and sort the panic buyers out, my dear.
Yeah. David Sanderson says, what's the hardest kit you've ever completed and why?
Oh, I think that goes to the submarine, the U552. Yeah.
I would have thought your Bluebird would have been more complex build, even though it was smaller because it was all vacuum form nonsense.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah,
some of us didn't.
Yeah.
Are we on about difficult builds or dog of a build?
I think it means just hardest, as in most complicated involved, I guess.
Right.
So it could still be that Huey.
No, that actually, although people said that was a dog of a kit, it actually went together really well. I think the worst fitting kit had to be the shuttle and booster set. The one.
Yeah, I was going to say the shuttle that I've done is probably the hardest to make it fit. Yeah,
it's up there. I think the moulds for both half of the fuselages were made in 2 different countries to 2 different scales. It's like
I think hard.
Can't really think. Really, they're not that complex, are they?
I was quite amazed that Huey that you were doing, all the parts fitted beautifully around all the filler.
Yeah, it done well, you know. I mean, see, I developed a reputation for tucking people up by saying, yeah, it's a great kit, go buy one. My mountain springs to mind with the Ravel Ed Force 1. You know, yeah, great kit that, Dad. You know, go and buy one, mate. Goes together beautiful. And he like sent me a message going, it's a dog, mate. I was like, yeah, I know, but I thought you'd enjoy it.
Yeah. I can't think of any kits that I would say have been the hardest. I would say, if I was going to be general, I'd say probably when I was younger, any Star Trek kit, because they were all garbage. Yeah. And they all were with the exception of the Mackie Raider, which actually wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I've got a Starship Voyager just up there.
Great. They were, but it's like things like any of the Enterprises. You had the various other ships. They were all just horrible. The Defiant. Oh God, one of my favorite ships, the Defiant. It's like this big. It's brilliant. It's got like 5 parts, and none of them fit together. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I think I'm leaving myself open to a bad or a complex kit because I'm seriously leaning towards getting a big Black Pearl tool ship, you know, and having a go at one of them. So yeah, I might regret that slowly.
Think about back to what Foxx said. Yeah, I am now having flashbacks to that Bluebird kit.
Oh, you've done it now, Foxx. You've upset him. He's going to be moping about that for hours.
Yeah, if you
wouldn't know, you wouldn't know.
If you ever want to give yourself torture, buy yourself a vac form kit. Nothing, no screws.
Don't forget, this is the guy that used to scratch, build fiberglass boats.
Yeah. Mind you, saying about torture, it just brings to mind poor old Tony with Haroldite the Wonder Horse. I just get this image, and it's like
Tony's got like something like a Napoleonic lancer and a horse,
and
he's been doing it for like 4 years because he like built the horse is like got 2 halves, like half a horse, another half, like plonk like that. But every time he builds it and fixes it and puts filler in it, it goes and pops apart. And it's insane. So it's called Haroldite because it's so something.
Fancy there being a kit for half a horse. That's just fun.
Yeah, it's funny that, isn't it?
Yeah. Who would ever think about bringing out a kit with half a horse?
Oh,
know.
Phil Lewis has got a good selection of kits in progress there. He's got an Airfix Bismarck, Tamiya O-Class Destroyer, an HMS Victory, Tamiya Dinosaurs. Oh, it's all about the dinosaurs, mate. An IGN car Keiko, is that? An Enterprise D, and a Dragon Panther tank.
Why not just glue them all together?
Yeah, kit bashed a lot.
Very, very quickly, Robert Byte says, "Thank you for sending me my German Panther tank through the post last week. It's much appreciated."
Absolutely.
Don't thank us, thank the guys at eModels.
Yeah.
But they now know because they're probably watching. We have a bench and belly. George Taylor comes in. He says, "Belly raisin cinnamon bagel with cream cheese." Ooh.
Oh,
Bench crazy complicated sailing ship model. Why have I done this to myself? So now we know what his most difficult quick kit is. Alex says, "Oh hi, Alex." Says, "Oh, you're building something and see Dad building an Orc vehicle and think I want to build an Orc vehicle too and put what you're working to on side." Yeah, Orc vehicles are awesome. AJ wants to know if you built a staircase to access the man cave, Ted.
It's sort of a posh loft ladder. It all falls down. It's a big wooden construction that falls down from the loft. You use a pole to pull it down because our ceilings in this house are 9 foot high.
There is like a nice shiny silver pole over in the corner, but Ted says it's for getting downstairs really fast, but we know it's for something else.
Yeah.
It only goes to the floor. It doesn't go down, but it just goes from the ceiling to the floor.
yeah, that's for Ted Merelda to do the pole dancing, isn't it?
Yeah. You didn't need to explain.
It's for me to say to the bot cave, Robin.
Colin, Colin, explaining the joke kills it.
I know, mate. I know.
Let's have a look. Spid says he's got some unfinished kits. Yamaha R1 M172nd Cessna 152 I plan to paint. Wait, that's a motorbike or a plane? I don't know what that is.
Probably a motorbike as it's Spid.
He says it's an RM1 M172nd Cessna.
Oh.
Is that two different kits? Did you forget your grammatical comma type things there? I plan to paint as the one I used at my flying school, half built in the box and part of a Tamiya learning rider.
No.
Anders Ericsson, I'll take this one. Anders Ericsson says one of the hardest kits was the Tamiya 135 Goulash Crone, field kitchen with horses. And I was 14 and not happy with it.
Where is? I'm missing this. I'm not seeing this.
It's a bit down near the bottom.
It's a bit down.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, fourth up.
Tamiya totally scale. No, not Tamiya scale models. Totally scale models. Says, question: has anybody built the Revell A400 Airbus? And if so, did you build it flying? As I'm after the undercarriage. None of us have.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody in chat?
Yeah, it might be worth putting something on Facebook, especially over on the Aero Modelers type pages. That somebody might have done that.
Phil Lewis.
There is an aftermarket undercarriage available for it, isn't there?
Yeah. Phil Lewis says, works in progress. He puts a load of lists of stuff we don't care about and then says several Tamiya dinosaurs, which is the important bit. No, sorry. He says Airfix Bismarck, Tamiya O-Class Destroyer, Airfix HMS Victory, several
Yeah,
Tamiya...
Colin already read that
Oh,
one.
I may have already read that out. Please pay attention.
Yeah, that was one where I said could put them all together and kit bash it.
How did I not hear the bit about dinosaurs?
We talked about it for a little while, but you know,
yeah, the dinosaurs wins hands down. It's all about the dinosaurs.
I'm not paying attention. I was trying to do reading and listening at the same time.
Spid does say he forgot to punctuate, so yeah.
I think Andrew Preston's in shock. He says everyone's talking about models.
Yeah. I know, it's scary, isn't it? Hey, Ted, you got your tool on your bench there, mate?
I have actually. It's been quite a useful tool this week. Well, not this week, but this last couple of weeks for me. Yeah, something quite simple. Really comes in useful. It's
tool time with Ted.
It's Ted's tool time.
It's a 4-foot spirit level.
Oh, did that come with a pack of replacement bubbles?
It did, yeah. You get different bubbles for different levels. That was it. Yeah, for different angles, you get a different bubble. So yeah,
I hate to tell you, Ted, but they've sold you it's not the green one. It'll be imperial, not metric.
Yeah, it's actually in white, so it's with.
No, the bubbles and they're not green.
Yeah.
You've got the American one, which is absolutely useless.
Can you hold it level for us, Ted, please?
Yeah, the white ones, the with bubbles. These. Yeah.
Can you hold it level? Because I don't think you're level at the moment.
Yeah. It's this is level now. It's how I built the room. It isn't.
Take it back and say it's broken because it's got a bubble in it.
Yeah.
But you have to make sure you get the right one, because if you get the American one, that's all Imperial is useless.
Yeah.
I've got a couple of gadgets this week. I've got my automatic auto changing screwdriver.
Oh.
Turn it, slide it down.
Oh, that's posh. Is that a bit
Brilliant,
like?
isn't it?
Is that a
How
bit
does
like
that work?
Sonic
That's
Screws?
you're not sliding it far enough for it to change.
Yeah, look, there's a Phillips. Let's slide it round.
But how does it get all the way out to the end?
Hold it a bit further back, Cole, because you're about
It's
to
got a
focus. on it.
cartridge in it that you put all your bits in it, and you
Cool.
just turn it, slide it up, different bits.
Ah.
Cool, mate.
I've got that one, and I've then got a set of interchangeable bits and screwdriver bits, so you can drill, you can countersink, you then slide it back, spin it round, and you can do your screw up.
Interchangeable bits. Yeah, you bought that from one of those guys at these country shows, didn't you? Or
I certainly did, mate,
Yeah.
because it was one of those useful must-haves that's never been used.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
But that's a godsend, mate. I love that.
I've
Because you
got
can
a
add
tool.
your own bits to the barrel, so you can put Allen ones in and all of that, and yeah.
I've got a tool.
I don't get that out on telly.
I've got my back scratcher.
Yeah, look at
Better
Fox.
than
He's
yours.
totally and utterly disinterested by any of this. It's brilliant.
I haven't got a tool. I've got a Rubik's cube here. That's close enough to being a sort
I've
of
got a
tool.
giant paper clip. Does that count? Giant paper clip.
Oh, bless. I offered you an out. You could have just bought a Warhammer out and got it out of your
okay.
system.
Oh, I've got some more hammers. I've got some more.
No, we don't need them.
I've got more hammers. If I picked more of them up, I'd have more.
Yeah.
But they're all over there.
This Q says, "What happens if I only need to level 3 feet?" Well, I've got 4 feet, 4-foot spirit level. Well,
Yeah.
Did you know that when we're building ships, we could actually use the spirit level? Because there was a guide at the front of the slipway where you could level up your spirit level. You didn't know that, did you?
By the way, I found that comment that Ted mangled. So Anders is building the goulash cannon.
All
Goulash
right.
cannon.
Yeah, try
The
keep.
field kitchen. They said that was quite.
It's the hour. It's the 10 o'clock hour. Shall we go to the what's in store?
Shall we go do what's
Yeah.
I like a what's in store.
Yeah, it's my what's in store this week.
It's your what's in store, but we have to go across to Foxx first for the terms and conditions may apply.
In terms of conditions.
Yeah, while I set up, you can do these.
Yes, it gives you time to set up. So make sure you're setting up, Ted, not just sitting watching Foxx.
Yeah, I love sitting watching Foxx.
It's like I was going to do something, but I got sidetracked. Yes, it's time to do what's in store now. Currently, we are still not doing mugs because of the obvious reasons. Mostly that there probably aren't any left because they sent them all out when everybody else got theirs anyway, and also because of the current situation. So we're still not giving mugs away, but we are still doing the what's in store competition where you can win absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
You can win all of that, all of this here. You can see here that can be yours. All of this nothing. So you too can have some genuine eModels nothing at all. All you need to do, Ted's going to go through what's in store. He's going to show you some lovely, lovely things which you can order right now. And all you need to do is have a watch through. There will be a theme of the evening. And when Ted's finished showing you all the things, he'll come back and say, "What's the theme? Go." And then the first person to get the answer right wins absolutely, utterly nothing.
Nothing.
And the second person to get it right doesn't win nothing. Yes.
Yeah, does not win nothing.
Does win nothing as well, but not as good nothing.
But as a bonus this week, anybody that answers at all can also win nothing.
Yeah, in fact, nothing for everybody. We'll go Oprah Winfrey mode. You get nothing, you get nothing, everybody gets nothing. So yes, do put your answer. Remember, if you answer before Ted says go, we're going to point and laugh at you.
Yeah, and then you will win nothing. Right?
Yeah, and then you will win nothing. But yeah, so there will be a theme. I don't know what the theme is. Are you ready yet? But before we get there, there's always a lag right at this point. Not that it really matters because you're going to win nothing, but There's always a lag at this point. I don't know why we do this bit now. There's always a lag at this point between the video and the live chat. So to avoid any disappointment, if you really want to win nothing, you don't want to miss out winning nothing, and you don't want to walk away full-handed, then make sure to hit the refresh button on your browser, which is probably up here somewhere if you're on Chrome. If you're a normal person using Chrome, if you're not using Chrome, you're in the wrong internet. Hit the refresh button and then drag the slider across.
No, the other way.
That way.
Don't go back to the beginning of the stream.
Yeah. Refresh the button, drag the slider all the way across so you're up to date with the video. So refresh and drag, refresh and drag, and put the freshness back.
Yeah, I just think if you're watching this tomorrow and you're not really watching it live, you can still take part because there's always a chance you could win nothing.
You can still win nothing.
Yeah, still win nothing.
But if you are watching this later, not live, don't do the refresh and drag bit because that'll just take you to the end.
Yeah. But as Paul Horner points out, please remember, given the current chocolate Velociraptor 19 pandemonium, please remember it could take longer for nothing to arrive.
Yeah.
Yes.
The guys will pack nothing as quickly as they can for you. They'll spare every expense, and they'll pack nothing for you as quickly as they can. But then, of course, the delivery driver might deliver nothing a bit slower than normal.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so you can, if you watch the DPV van drive past, you know it's been delivered.
Retro Rabbit Studios says your results of nothing may not be as advertised or in the original packaging.
And Zad's that says contents may settle in transit.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, may separate even.
Right, so Ted, there we go. You're locked on.
Yeah, lower to me. Right, I shall disappear that one. Oh no!
No, don't press the other button, Ted.
No, I can't.
You did it before.
I thought you were preparing. I thought you were prepared.
No,
I
he's got.
am prepared. I just press the wrong button.
We built you up that you were super
It doesn't look
professional.
very prepared to me.
It's because I'm like Hypnotoad to me. I start talking, and he just kind of goes, bah.
Yeah, just zones out.
Right, I shall share the screen. Share the screen. I can. Yeah, sure. We should see a picture of Festa.
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Right now, we should see a picture of the M46 pattern. Can we?
Yes.
Good. That's it. Yeah, I chose this one in.
Shark mouth.
Yeah, because it's got a sort of a.
Well, it's not really a shark mouth, it's bear mouth.
It's unusual to see a box art with it coming straight at you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good though, isn't it? It looks nice and imposing.
Yeah, it looks like a kitty, doesn't it?
Looks like a kitty. If your cat looked like that, Ted, I'd be seriously worried about the pet shop you got it from.
I've got some serious-looking kittens in this house. I thought of the M46 pattern because I just watched Battle of the Bulls the other day, and I'm sure all the Sherman tanks were patterns. But yeah, this is a TACOM 135-46 pattern US medium tank. TACOM, fantastic kits. Yeah, go out and buy one. Not sure how many's in stock of these because I just chose them just before we came on air tonight. So we don't know how many is in stock. If there's one or there's 101, but if you want it, got to slap it in your basket.
And don't forget, folks, once you put it in your basket,
it's not yours till you check it out.
Yeah, so if there's only one in stock and you put it in your basket, then you go off for a wee. And you come back half an hour later because it was really great big wee. Somebody else could have bought it out of your basket. So make sure if you want to get it, you put your money in the thing in the internet and press the spend button and check it out.
That's it. But this is the first one of tonight's What's in Store. The M46 pattern, really chunky looking American tank. I think it was the next in line after the Sherman. It was developed after the Sherman, sort of to replace that. But there we go. The next one we've come across too is another good kit manufacturer, AFV Club.
It's funny. It's one of Churchill's funny. No, it's not Churchill's funny. It's the guy that designed it.
Hobart's funny.
Hobart's, that's it.
Yeah, Hobart's funny. This is the Churchill Mark IV type carpet layer used on D-Day for putting carpets down over minefields, soft lines, not minefields, but soft flat ground and things like that. Now, the AFV Club, I built a couple of these kits. I built the Scorpion tank. I've also built the AEC Matador. Cracking little kits. Go together brilliantly.
I seriously appreciate the terrible 1970s Airfix artwork on the box.
Yeah.
Right, is this AFV do make some awesome models? I just like the fact they've got really terrible artwork on the box. I like that. It gives it a proper Airfix vibe from the 1970s, doesn't it?
It does look a bit Airfix type, yeah.
It does to me. I had to double check. Is it 1/72nd?
Yeah. But for 43 quid, AFV Club, well worth the money for what you get in the box. You get bags of detail and usually good colour call outs and differing sort of gives you versions as well.
Sergeant Bones corrects you on your order of tanking. He says, nope, Sherman Pershing pattern.
Right. Yeah, I think that was.
Everybody forgets Pershing, basically.
Yeah, I think that was both in Battle of the Bulge, wasn't it? It was on at the weekend, the Pershings and Patterns. I think both sides, well, one of each. I think the Pershings were supposed to be the Tiger tanks. I might stand correct if that's wrong.
Shademaster Gaming says, fun fact, I'm related to General Patton vaguely, but same last name and tracks back in family tree. Get it? Tracks back, Patton, tank, tracks.
Yeah. Moving on.
Yes, please.
Yeah, moving on. We've got a ship this time, and we've got a big boat. This is the Academy 1-800 USS Eisenhower CNV. Yeah, aircraft carrier, nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, as denoted by the N for nuclear.
No, Ted, it's nucleolulia.
Nuclear. Yeah, that boat in the background actually looks like a British warship, but never mind. It looks like one of the Amazon class. Never mind. Yeah, USS Eisenhower. A huge big aircraft carrier, and I seem to have picked all the items tonight that don't have any pictures to go with them.
Hooray. That's the theme, folks. There's no pictures to go with them.
No pictures to go with them. The Academy kit. I've never built Academy, and I've never built any of these warships. I'm unable to tell you whether this is a full hull or it's a waterline. But for £13.49 with all that detail, you could have the CVN 69 Eisenhower on your shelf.
A few people are getting extra XP points for quoting Star Trek: The Voyage Home. Nuclear vessel.
Vessel.
Yeah. Where are your nuclear vessels? Except Arnie wasn't in the film. I don't know why I went Welsh then.
It always amazes me how they can cram all these aircraft onto the deck.
Very well, thank you.
Yeah. How they can shift them around and nothing falls off the side.
But, they do fall off the side, yeah.
You just don't hear about it.
Yeah.
No, nothing happened. No, nothing happened. No, we always had 3 planes on this.
Yeah, it's the quartermaster that signs them all out. I've counted them all, and you've got 14 aeroplanes. I want them all here when you come back.
I'm not angry with you. I just want to know how you're back on the ship, but your plane isn't. Skill side, skill. That's what it is.
Anyway, that's the USS Eisenhower, a plastic model kit from Academy.
And it's nucleolulia.
The next one is this one has got some pictures with it because I checked before we went on air. This is the El Alamein, the railway station, the El Alamein war battle set. This seems to have everything you want in it. This will keep you going for hours.
Well, it could do in more Zaku's, but
yeah. This is a railway station containing a laser cut MDF water tank, railway station, Africa Corps, cannon. It's got an
one of them.
It's got a British 8th Army, M4A2 Sherman, Morris quad and tractor, decal sheets, rail tracks. What else has it got? Yeah, backs of detail. Yeah, what scale's this? 1/72. Keep it good for days.
Do they actually come with the base as well, or is it just the stuff and you make the base? I think you make the base yourself, don't you? It's just the track.
Yeah, I think you make the base yourself. Yeah. But it's looking pretty good, this. There's a lot of detail in that. I was quite surprised at myself. I've never actually seen the box itself. I've never physically seen it other than what's on the pictures here. But yeah, there's backs of detail.
I've got to be honest, these little diorama sets that Italeri do, that nobody else really does them, but it's quite a nice little thing they do. They give you like because 1/72nd armor for a lot of people is like really niche because they want bigger stuff like 1/35th. But the fact you get these packs and they've got the vehicles and the figures, and you get some diorama bits as well, and you can make a really nice diorama. I think it's quite a clever thing they're doing.
Yeah.
To make the 1/72nd scale more appealing by saying you can do a whole diorama with this. Because if you just go out and buy a 1/72nd scale tank by itself, it's like it's a bit small. But getting these big packs is really good.
Yeah, because you don't need to stop at just building the vehicles. You can go the whole hog, build a whole diorama, weathering, and
you could buy lots and lots of these and have a tabletop game. So it's a bit like a Games Workshop start collecting pack.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah,
Really.
Paul Lyons is saying they do a great Vietnam War one as well. So yeah, good little.
I think they do a Stalingrad. They do a Stalingrad one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's quite a good idea that they're doing this, just to kind of make this scale, which is usually quite niche, more attractive to people who would normally traditionally work in say 1/48th or 1/35th. Try to tempt them away and say, look, you still awesome.
63 quid. You get a lot in the box for that.
Yeah.
A lot of, and there's Monty and Rommel in the front. Yeah, but I don't think they come in a kit. But
I'm pretty sure if a German soldier was carrying his MP40 by the barrel, he'd probably get slapped.
You might find Rommel pointing in the background, Ted.
yeah, that's it.
He's an officer. He's going to point.
Yeah. Monty would be walking around with his hands behind his back, and Rommel would be pointing.
Yeah, and Monty is surveying the situation.
You know Monty because he's the one numpty with a big thick wool sweater in the middle of the desert.
So that's them. That's those two. Any more pictures? Yeah, bags of pictures.
Bags of picturen.
Bags of pictures.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a nice little set, that, isn't it?
Yeah, lots. Yeah, you think 62 quid was a bit expensive, but there's lots in there.
Yeah, no, you're getting a lot of bang for your buck there, aren't you? Really, when you think about it.
Bang for your buck. Yeah, look at the detail of the weathering you could do and sort of reconstruct that.
Think of it like I say. Think of it like a Games Workshop start collecting set.
Ted said there's no Games Workshops in this week.
Yeah, there's no Games Workshop.
I think he was just channeling Games Workshop without realising.
And even with the figures here, you don't have to stick the arms on.
Yeah. Can I point out as well? I think you get a couple of dead dudes in there as well.
Yeah,
lying down dead dudes.
Yeah, lots of sprues. It all goes on and on and on. Yeah, I picked it.
That is a nice looking set. I like that.
Yeah, that's why you're paying 60 quid.
Yeah, I think all these pictures make up for the pictures that we haven't had on the previous kits.
Dave Cardboard does say it needs more pigeons.
Yeah, you can have a pigeon set, couldn't you, and have them on the old wires on the old telegraph poles.
Yeah.
And the next one for what's in store this evening is another aircraft carrier. This one is the Ronald Reagan. A bit bigger than the last one. I think it was bigger than the last one. Yeah, the last one was 1/800. This is 1/720. US Ronald Reagan aircraft carrier kit. More modern than the Eisenhower. I think this Ronald Reagan is still in service, but that looks like a rather out of focus real picture.
So, that one's not nuclear, is it?
No, it's not designated as nuclear, but it does look it. I'm not sure if it is. It's a 9th and last Nimitz class carrier, equipped with the latest technology, equipped to meet the needs.
It's got 2 nuclear reactors.
2 nuclear reactors, which power its turbines, can run for more than 20 years without refueling, etc. So it's all on there if you want to look at it. That's item number #5533. Easy enough to remember.
Zazda says, I assume so. You can tell it's nuclear. He says, "There's no chimbley on it."
There's no chimney.
This is true. Yes.
No chimbleys.
Yeah, and the windows are all filled in.
Lord Barkley says, "Can you imagine calling our aircraft carrier Boris Johnson?"
Yeah, I don't think so.
The thing, like, you name things after American presidents, they usually have good names, but English prime ministers, it doesn't really work, does it?
Well, then again, Zanster does say also the USS Trump wouldn't be quite as.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think the Americans understand
one of. They have to do an aircraft carrier Trump. I mean, they're on presidents at the moment, aren't they? And
no, you can just imagine a young naval cadet, can't you, receiving his first posting as he opens the envelope and says, "You have been assigned to HMS Margaret Thatcher."
HMS Tony Blair.
Yeah. I don't know how, yeah, the Ronald Reagan. Yeah, that's, yeah, I think we could get away with that one.
Retro Rabbit Studios does a quote from Back to the Future. He says, Doc Brown, all right, smart guy, who's the president in 1985? Marty, Ronald Reagan. Doc, Ronald Reagan, the actor?
Anyway, last one for tonight. This was actually, I think, when we did the starter kits, when we did the Christmas build and everybody could join in. I think somebody picked this up. It was, was it who picked this up? Was it Paul? Oh,
Stuart, wasn't it?
yeah, I think it was. Yeah. It was the Airfix 176 Cromwell Cruiser starter set. Everything you need in the box to build a tank.
Except the Warhammer add-on parts to make it a Warhammer tank, obviously. You get them separately.
I insist there's no Warhammer this week.
That is the thinnest of tenuous links you've done yet.
Yeah, but this is it. Everything you need to build your tank. I don't know why you need red paint, but
Yeah, it's,
but it's there.
I'm seeing a distinct lack of the green paint.
And your challenge is to buy this kit and just build it with what you've got there.
Yeah.
That's
Like, you can have a good fun with them starter kits just about with just the stuff you get.
Yeah.
Even just like using the squishy glue is like, oh.
Yeah.
Spid's come in with the answer a bit too soon. He says the theme is they're tanks, apart from the ones that are boats.
Oh, yeah. Oh well, and it didn't do it.
He hasn't said go yet, so
Yeah, we all got to point and laugh at Spiddy.
Vincent has an interesting fact on the USS Nimitz class, or that one we showed a minute ago, the Ronald Reagan. He says, high tech, but the naval architect forgot to put in sufficient diameter plumbing for the loos, so they have to do a $400,000 chemical flush every few weeks.
Oh.
Good factoid, mate.
Yep, that's his death of the week.
Right, that's it. Yeah, for $8.99, you too can have an Airfix 172nd Cromwell Cruiser starter kit.
You can add it to your Italeri 172nd Desert Rat set.
You could put that on the Desert Rat thing, can't it?
Yeah.
You could. Right.
Menu discipline.
Right. I shall stop. Do you want me to go through them again?
Yeah, go on, give us a quick refresh because I haven't got a
quick refresh. Is the M46 pattern, the pattern tank. And then we have the AFV Club Churchill Mark IV menu discipline carpet layer. Then we have the nuclear aircraft carrier Eisenhower, the Atari Alamein battle diorama war set. Then we have Ronald Reagan aircraft. I need a drink. Aircraft carrier.
Nurse, more gin, stat.
Finally, we have the Airfix 172nd Cromwell Cruiser tank. So there we are. Right, I'll stop sharing. I'll try and find out where everybody is.
Space.
I'm here.
Yeah, I've got the chat back. Right, now, do you spot the link? Can you spot the link? Go.
Eric Graham says, when did eModels start stocking model train stuff? I think they always have, to be honest.
Yeah, well, it wasn't really train stuff. It's a model kit that's got a train bit in the diorama thing, isn't it?
But they do lots of model railroad stuff. So have a look. They do model train stuff and bits and bobs.
And the winner this week of Nothing is Paul Lines with Famous Commanders.
Famous Commanders.
Yeah.
Yay.
People in charge.
Okay, with the LLMA one being the tenuous link because it didn't.
Yeah, I would have got. Yeah, if Red Lane had got there first, I would have taken that one as well. Presidents, leaders. Yeah. So there we go. Yep.
People with names.
I'm finally glad that you've all lowered yourself to my level on the what's in store. Makes me feel so much happier.
Don't worry, it's my turn next week. And I've got a week off to come up with it. So.
One day we'll get desperate, be like 6 tank kits. And what was the theme? The theme is tanks.
Yeah.
So well done. A shout out to Paul Lines, who has won nothing for this week. Well done.
Get on to James Mate straight away and ask him to pack up nothing for you and not send it.
Yeah. And if they haven't got it in stock, they'll hang on until it comes in stock and then they'll send it out.
Yeah. If you're lucky, they might mess up the order and send it twice and send you 2 lots of nothing.
Yeah.
Cynical Steve says he got excited. Sorry.
Paul Lyon
Picked
says
too early and sent too soon.
Yeah.
Also, we always say you can always screenshot your name and then show people that you won, can't you?
Yeah, that you've received nothing.
We want you to when you receive your nothing. We make sure you want. I'll start that again. The joke's dead. Forget it. Move on. It went wrong.
Retro Rabbit Studios says, question of the week, who's wearing pants?
Oh.
So we move on to the next question then, yeah.
Well, it's not Friday. So it's definitely not No Pants Friday.
I don't know. I've not been at work. I don't know.
You know
what
the
day
rule
it is.
from my Skyrim streams: when in town, take them down.
Right. Nearly time for wrapping up, unless everybody's got anything else that they want to add to tonight's chat and mood.
Eric Graham says, sorry, I was napping before work and heard railway diorama. That's why I started selling railway stuff. Eric likes his railroad stuff.
There is some railway stuff in the eModel, isn't there? You just got to search.
Yeah, they do sell some bits and bobs. They're not massive like the model railway stockist, as in they don't sell, all.
I know they sell scenic stuff, and
Yeah, there is a range of scenic stuff, isn't there, and diorama bits.
Jamie Bone says we need to hear Ted's eModel mug button, so your wish is my command.
this is what you can.
It's already live, Ted.
eModels mug. eModels mug.
I had to do the button. You can do the live one if you like, Ted.
No.
Ted's like, how about it now?
Yeah, Ted's like, I'm in my new man cave. I'm important now.
Yeah, but no, but you, but no, but you, but no.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to.
I'm not doing it now.
All right, get sulk. That's it then.
And are we done?
Yeah, I think we're done for this evening.
Just a quick reminder, folks, if you weren't here at the start, we did read out the statement from eModels. Although the walk-in store is closed and they've closed the Amazon and the eBay store side of it, the online ordering is still going strong. They're still processing orders. So if you do need to stock up on goodies because you're going to be stuck indoors for the next 3 months or longer maybe, do stock up, do place your order, carry on as normal. They'll still get your order fulfilled. Just be a bit patient. It may take longer for your order to get to you, either for them to get through the backlog of they're getting a week's worth of orders every day. So it might take a little longer to get packed and picked and a little longer to get shipped out. And the delivery may take longer as well because that's the way deliveries are going. But don't panic. Don't start sending emails saying, where's my order? Where's my order? You'll get an email confirming you've placed the order. You'll get an email confirming the order's been shipped and packed. So just be patient and your order will get to you. It might just take a little bit longer than normal.
I think it's this type of sort of hobby that everybody's sort of, I used to build models. I know what, I'll build myself another one. So they've all got online and started ordering stuff. It'd be like women have taken up knitting and sewing again. So
hey, I've got to tell you, Mama Foxx has just received last week. She ordered for no reason whatsoever because it's been decades. She ordered a load of knitting needles and wool, and she's going to get back into the knitting. So I'm going to get to teach me how to knit because I don't know how to knit.
We'll be seeing you next week in an eModels Fair Isle sweater.
Yeah.
A scarf and a hat.
You'll be sat there in a no mum scarf, won't you? Oh
Yep.
no, I don't want to wear it.
Got 3 arms all down one side.
One of those balaclavas where the eye hole don't quite meet up with the nose hole.
Scarves with sleeves. But yeah, so Mama Foxx, get on with it because she hasn't opened it yet. She's not got down to it yet. I keep saying, you're going to teach me? She's like, no. I'm like, go on, teach me now.
Yeah. It'd be one of them really baggy woolly jumpers with the arms down here.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm sure it'll be perfect. We need a knitting with Mama Foxx video stream.
I remember when I was a very little kid at primary school, for some reason they tried to teach us how to knit.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure it out, so I just sat there going, I never did it. I just couldn't figure it out. I was like 6, so, hey. She's gone right downstairs now, so I know she's grumpy now because I've outed her as teaching me how to teach and knit.
She's now thinking, I'm going to knit you this jumper and you've got to wear it. What you mean you're going to the shops? Put your jumper on.
There'll be a big jumper that says "an eModels mug."
With the neck hole just slightly offset.
She could knit you an eModels baseball cap.
It'll have a neck hole that wide and a waist hole that wide. Sleeves at that end. I'll be like, "Hello, welcome."
Oh, right. So yeah, get your orders in for eModels, but just be aware there might be some time. But in the meantime, we'll leave you for this evening.
Just keep in mind, we've all got used to waiting 6 weeks for 3 tubes of toothpaste to turn up. So
Yeah,
a bit long extra waiting for your model treats is not.
yeah, just give them a little bit of time.
But anyway, we'll leave it for tonight. But thank you very much again for joining us. We will be here and back in the same place next week. There'll be 1 or 2 other live streams going on from other people, but keep an eye out for that calendar and things. I know Chris and Foxx have and Colin have separate live streams of their own, and you're more than welcome to join in with them and see them and kill some time while we're all sat in isolation and things like that. But in the meantime,
don't forget as well, just very quickly on that note, and don't forget to hit the notification bell for this channel. And subscribe, because we have been having conversation about maybe doing some live streams here on the eModels channel as well, maybe. So nothing promised or guaranteed, but it's worth subscribing.
And if we do something like that, it might be a last minute thing, and we'll just decide, all right, we'll go live tonight, and we won't have time to put Facebook posts up or anything like that. So if you hit the little bell, you'll get a notification when we go live.
Yeah. And then you can come and join us, and we can all sit there going blah 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 or whatever.
So anyway, stay safe, stay away from everybody, and stay at home and all the rest of it. And if you do have to go out, be careful out there.
But remember, wash your damn hands.
Yeah, wash your hands.
The chocolate velociraptor.
Yeah, wash your hands.
Yeah.
But yeah. So until next week, we'll see you same time, same place, same back channel. Until then, thank you all for joining in. So stay safe and look after everybody. Bye now.
Ciao, bella.
Bye.